Shabbat Shalom to everyone. We are going to get started a little bit late, so hang in there. And thank you for joining us for Kabbalat Shabbat. Oh, it's just like the old days. All right. What is he doing? Oh, it's really okay. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Agudath Etz Ahayem Synagogue here in Montgomery, Alabama. I am Rabbi Scott Kramer. We have just had a sumptuous dinner provided by Chai Peking from Kroger's in Toco Hills, which was delivered thankfully by one of our congregants. And we want to thank Matthew Orange for bringing that dinner to us from Atlanta. And I want to thank 4 ladies who helped with the evening, the decorating, and the putting out of all the food. Amy Leibovitz, Linda Smith, Emily Rosen, and Chris Ginsberg. So if you see any of them, tell them all thank you. And when are we going to do this again? We hope soon. I also want to welcome for our second week in a row, Cantor Neil Schwartz currently lives in Dothan. Cantor Neil is a ordained cantor from JTS, and this is his 4th weekend with our congregation. When I first came here, that's all kids did. They run up on the bima, down. I wouldn't worry about it. Let them go where they want to go. It is fine. And if we knock over the cams, I'll just set them back up. It's okay. I know where they go. So welcome to everyone. We are praying out of Sidor Lev Shalem. And I know we're getting started a little bit late, but it's okay. Okay. And we will start with Yedid Nefesh on page 10.
Yedid Nefesh Aparachaman Mishoch Abdach El Ritzonach, Yarutz Avdach, Kemo Ayal, Ishtachave Mul Hadarach, Yerablo Yedidudach, Mino Betzuf, Bechol Tam, Adonai, Ziv Haolam, Nafshi Cholat Avarach, Ana Ilna Rifana La, Behar Odla, Noam Zivach, Az Titchazek, V'tidrabe, V'hayatalach, Shivchat Olam, Atik Yehemur Rachamecha, V'chusna al Beino Havach, Izekama nichsof nichsaf, Lir opeti vereduzach, Anaili machmar libi, Chushana ve'altid alam, Igalena, Ufros chaviv alai, et sukat shelomach, ta'ir eretz migvorach, nagila v'nismechabach, maher ahuv kiva moed, V'choneni kimei olam. Yala la 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 la, yala la 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 la, yala la 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 la, yala la la la, yala la 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 la, yala la 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 la, yala la 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 la, yala la la la, yala la 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 la, yala la 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 la, yala la 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 la, yala la la la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
Page 11, Psalm 95.
Neranen aladonai, nari alitsurish enu, nikarma vanav betorah, bizmirot nari alo, nikarma vanav betorah, bizmirot nari alo, ki el gadol Adonai, Umelech gadol al kol Elohim, asher be'ado mechkarei aretz, v'do avit harim lo. Asher be'ado mechkarei aretz, v'do avot harim lo.
Asher lo hayam ve'asayam.
Arbaim shana kut bedor, va'omar am to'ele bavhem, lehem lo yad'u derachai. Asher nishbati ve'api, im yevon, el menuchati.
Page 13.
Shir l'Adonai shir kadash, shir l'Adonai kol haaretz, shir l'Adonai baruchu shemo basru miyom l'yom, Yeshuato.
Sabru v'goyim.
Adonai Shema, Adonai kodos, Adonai baruch Yismekhu Hashemayim v'dagel haaretz, Yir'amayam umlo, Ya'aloz sadai b'chol asher bo, Az yiranenu kol atzei ya'ar. Ifnei Adonai kiva lizbot haaretz, Yishpot tevel b'tzedek, Ve'amim be'emunato.
Page 15, Psalm 97.
Adonai malach tagel haaretz, Yismaguim rabim ananah. He's always Oh, Havei Adonai sin ura, Shomer nafshot chasida, miyad risha'im yatzilem. Or zaru ala tzadiku yishrei lev simcha, simchu tzadikim baronai, bodu lezeker kodsho.
Page 17.
Shir Adonai, shir Adonai, Yiram hayam umlo devel ve'yoseveva Narodim chaucha Yaharim yiranenu Livnei Adonai kiva Lishpot haaretz Yishpot tevel b'tzedek Ve'amim b'meisharim.
Page 19, Psalm 99.
Adonai malach yirgazu amim yoshev ruim tenudaris Adonai tenudor. Oral Yaakov Adasi Moshe Aaron Adonai Eloheinu Adonai tam el nosei ayitalahem Benokem ala lilotam Romamu Adonai Eloheinu v'shachavu lahar kodsho Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu.
We rise, page 21, Psalm 29.
Mizmor leDavid, havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz, havu l'Adonai kavod shemo, ishtachavu l'Adonai b'hadrat kodesh, kol Adonai al hamayim, el hakavod irim, Adonai al mayim. Rabim, Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai be'adar, Kol Adonai shomer azim, Shomer Adonai et arzei halabanon, Vayarkidem gemo egel, Livanon v'siryon gemo, Ven re'imim, Kol Adonai kotzev lahabotesh, Kol Adonai yakil midbar, yakil Adonai midbar karish, Kol Adonai yikolel layalot, vayakesom ye'arot, u'eichalo kulo, omer kavod, kulo omer kavod. Adonai lamabul yashav, vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yiten, Adonai varech et amo v'shalom.
You may be seated. We continue with Lechadudi, page 23.
Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela, Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Ishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, L'shem liberet v'litehila. Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela, Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechuvenelecha, ki mekor haberacha, merot shmi kerem nesucha, so maaseh b'machshma techila. Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela,
Lechadodi likrat kala,
B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech melucha, kumitz imi tocha hafecha, rav lach shevet be'emek havacha, ve'hu yakmol aleichem la. Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela, Lechadodi likrat kala,
B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Page 24.
Hina ari me'afar kumi, Yibsi b'gdev tifardei kami, Al yad ben Yishai be'dolachmi, Korva el nafshi ge'ala. Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela, Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Heat oreri, tiva orech, kumi uri, shirda beri, kevod Adonai alayik nigla. Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela, Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lo tevo shevelo, lo ti kalmi ma, shitochachi umatemi bach yechatu ani ami v'nivnata, al tila. Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Behayu l'shinsa, shothayik rakakukol, Bevalayik yasis balayik, Elohai, Kimsos kadan al kala, Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Yamin u'smol, Tibrutzi v'et Adonai, Taritzi al yadish, Ben Parsi, Ben Iznecha, Ben Agila, Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela.
We rise, we face the west to greet the Shabbat bride. Last stanza of Lechadodi, page 25.
Boi v'shalom, Aderet bala, Gam b'simcha u'v'tzola, Tok emunei, Am segula, Boi chala, Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat Yekabela.
May be seated. We continue with Psalm 92, page 27.
Mizmor shir, Mizmor shir, Le'yom HaShabbat. Mizmor shir, Mizmor shir, Le'yom HaShabbat. Tov tot Ladonai uzamer l'shingar yola giba boker kashraka shika Hallelujah. Tamarom l'amaronai kina ibekaron. Middle of 28 at the little arrow. Tarikaramar Yifrach Keheres Balavanon Yizker Terulim Beveit Adonai Bekas Rod Eloheinu Yafrichut Od Yenubun Beseva Dishenim Berananim Yehu Reagid Yashar Adonai Tudri Belo Avlatabo.
Page 29, Psalm 93.
Nikolod naim rabim maririm mishbereyam marir bamarom Adonai Edo techa nemnumi od levetika navakores Adonai Leorech yamim.
Those observing Yartzeit and those who mourn, please rise, page 30, and join me with a Kadisha Tom, the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash meraba,
Amen.
v'yamad divrach hirutei, v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon, v'chayedach Beit Yisrael, ba'agalav izman kariv imahu, amen.
Amen.
Yehei shmei rabba mevarach li'olam olmei maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudisha barichu le'lam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran b'yoma v'yimahu amen.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimahu amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mermav hu yaseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimahu amen. You may be seated. Thank you all for joining us this evening. It's such a pleasure to have a room full of live people. Usually I'm just seeing numbers on a screen. This is so nice to see all of you. Tell Linda we need to do this again, really soon. So she needs to hear from you, not from me. So the love between God and his people Israel is often compared to a marital relationship. So the prophet Hosea describes God declaring, and I will betroth you to me forever. In fact, I say these words every weekday when I put my tefillin on. Ve'erastich li'olam, and I will betroth you to me forever. Ve'erastich le'b'tzedek uve'mishpat uve'chesed uve'rachamim. I betroth you to me with righteousness and justice, with love and compassion. Ve'erastich li be'emunah v'yadat et Adonai. And I betroth you to me with faithfulness. Then shall you be at one with Adonai. The Song of Songs is similarly viewed as an allegory for the relationship between God and Am Yisrael. Indeed, throughout the year, this imagery prevails. For example, every Friday night, as we just did, we recite L'chadodi, "Come, my beloved," referring to God, "let us greet the Shabbat bride." And the holidays of the Jewish year evoke the picture of God's love for us. On Passover, we recall walking through the sea with the help of God, much like bride and groom walking to the chuppah. On Shavuot, we reenact our hearing the Aseret HaDivrot, the 10 Commandments, which can be viewed as the ketubah, the marital contract between God and his people. On Sukkot, we eat and some try to live in a sukkah beneath the schach, which can be seen as a kind of bridal canopy. But of course, this comparison has its limits. This week's Parsha records the right of husband and wife to divorce. And if following the divorce, the wife marries another, she may never remarry her first husband. Taking the analogy to its fullest, does this mean that we, the Jewish people, can permanently separate from God? Doesn't it mean that if we separate from God and if you will wed to another, albeit false God, that we can never return to God himself? It is here during the days of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, which is upon us pretty soon, that a new picture of love between God and his people emerges. It is the idea that we are God's children and God is a parent figure. Thus, we recite Avinu Malkeinu, referring to God as our Father. So too do we speak of God as Adonai, Adonai El Rachum. The Lord is a God of mercy. The word Rachum comes from the word Rechem, which means womb, conveying the idea of a mother's infinite and endless love for her young. The difference is obvious. A husband and wife relationship can be terminated, but no matter what happens in life, a parent always remains a parent. Similarly, God's love for us is limitless. Even if we separate from him, even if we marry another, we can always return and God will always embrace us. Even the parental relationship has its limits, since no one lives forever. God is, however, the eternal parent. Hence, during these days, we recite Psalm 27, in which we proclaim, "Even if my father and mother have left me, God will gather me in." Our relationship to God parallels the deep love between husband and wife. It intersects with a parent's love for a child. In fact, it transcends all. It is as deep and deeper than a spousal encounter, and it is beyond the endlessness of a parent's love for a child. It is eternal. This love between God and his people with us means nothing if it does not influence the relationships we have with each other. I'm almost done. Just as God gives us mercy, we must show mercy to each other. The month of Elul, which we are in, is a time of reflection, a time to make amends, a time to return to a state of equilibrium. We do that by repairing our relationships with those we have fallen out of step with, not through an email to a group of people with a generic apology. It is effectuated through personal, face-to-face, soulful connections. Irene and I write a letter to each other and read just before we begin the fast on Yom Kippur. We read it in each other's presence so we can enter the holiday with a sense of calm, looking forward to a great new year. Consider how you will enter this year's High Holy Days. Shabbat Shalom and an early L'Shana Tova. And we will continue with Ma'ariv. Ask Chazan Neil to come back and lead us, beginning on page 39a. Please rise for the Baruch Hu, the call to worship.
Baruch Hu, et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, le'olam va'ed.
You may be seated.
Umavir yom umevi laila umavdil ben yom uvein laila Adonai tzvaot shemo el chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai Amariv Aravim.
Page 40.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amachavta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishparim Horanu limartam Al ken Adonai Eloheinu Shokveinu v'kumeinu Nasiach b'chukacha Nismach b'divrei Toratecha Mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu v'yorech yameinu uvahem nehegeh yomam v'layla ve'ahavatecha al asher mimenu le'olamim. Baruch Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'kol levavecha v'kol nafshecha v'kol meorecha ve'ayu advarim ha'el asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinan dam levanecha v'ribartavam V'sivtecha b'veirecha u'v'lechtecha b'derech u'shtochbecha u'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yarecha v'hayu l'toravot b'neinecha u'chtavdam al mezuzot b'eirecha ובשעריך.
היה אם שמעו תשמעו מצדה אשר אנוכי מצוותיכם מיד את אדוני אלוהיכם לבטחו.
Bottom of 42. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor, Daber el bnei Yisrael, ve'amarta aleihem, ve'asu lahem tzitzit, al kanfei vigdehem ledorotam, ve'natenu al tzitzit kakanav petil teheret, ve'haya lachem litzitzit, Uritem oto, uskartem et kol mitzvot Adonai vasitem odam, velo taturu acharei levavchem, ve'acharei nechem, asher adem zonim achareihem, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
Page 43A.
Emet v'emunah kol zot, emet v'emunah kol zot, emet v'emunah, emet v'emunah, emet v'emunah kol zot, emet v'emunah, emet v'emunah, emet v'emunah kol zot, v'gayam aleinu kuyam aleinu slaton v'segdolot adim. O totem of team, Be'ad Mabenekam.
Page 44.
Malchut Oberotzon Kibelu Alehem. Moshe Miriam Ubnei Yisrael Lechadnu Shirah B'Simcha Rabah Ve'amru Kulam Mi Kamocha B'Elim Adonai Mi kamocha neror b'kodesh nohura dehilot osefel malchut techara uvanecha ukei ayam lifnei Moshe ze Eli anu v'ameru Adonai imlok leolam va'ed V'nemar Tibar Adonai et Yaakov Ugalo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch ad Adonai Ka'al Yisrael.
Amen. Page 45.
Ushmor tzitenu boenu l'chaim u'l'shalom me'ad ha'vi'ad olam ufros aleinu sukkah shlomecha Baruch ad Adonai Apores sukkah shalom aleinu Yagol amo Yisrael Ve'al Yerushalayim.
We rise for Vishamru, page 46.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat לעשות את השבת, לראותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמים ואת הארץ. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
יעלמד יברכי וימליך מלכותי, וחיי כון וביומי כון, וחיי לכל בית ישראל. בגלה, בגלה, ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן.
יהי שמרה במברך,
לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה בריחו לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחה ונחמתה תאמירן בעלמה ואמרו Amen.
And we rise for the silent Amidah for Friday night, pages 47 through 52. This is our time to have a private conversation with God. Contemplate how you will enter this high holiday. Which relationships do you need to repair? And how are you going to do that? You may be seated when you are finished. We continue page 53.
ויחולו השמיים בארץ וכל צבאם. ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה. וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה ואלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה. האל הגדול, הגיבור הנורא, אל עליון, קונה שמיים בארץ. מגן אבות בדברו, מחיי מתים במאמרו, האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו, המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו. כי בם רצה להניח להם, כי בם רצה להניח להם. לבנם אבות בעיר והפקד, ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד, מהון הברכות. אל ההודעות, אדון השלום, מקדש הצוואר ומפרק שבי, ומניח בקדושה. לעם מדושני עונג, זכר למעשה בראשית.
Page 54 at the top.
אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, רצה במלוכתנו. קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך, ספנו מטובך ושמחנו בישועתך, וראה ליבנו לעבדך באמת. פנתילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה וברצון שבת קודשך, וינוחו בה ישראל. מקדשי שמך. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת.
Amen.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמך רבה.
Amen.
ויעלמה דברך ירדך, ימלך מלכותך בחיי כל נביאי מאוד ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמך רבה מברך, לעולם ולעולם לעלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא, יתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמך קדושה ריקו. לאל מכל ברכותיו ושבטיו ושבטיו ונקמתו, תאמירן בעלמא ואמרו Amen. Tittkavals loron varon de kol Israel kodam avudi frishmaya. Vimru amen. Islam marabam ismaya b'chaim aleinu bial kol Israel. Vimru amen. Ose shalom bimromav. Uyase shalom aleinu. Bial kol Israel vimru. Amen.
We rise for Aleinu, page 56.
Aleinu l'shabbeach l'adon ha'kol, adei gdula l'yotzer bereishit, shelo asanu k'goyei ha'razot, shelo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, שלא שם חלקנו גם בגורלנו ככל המונם. אנחנו גורים ומשחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך בשמיים עושה הארץ, מושב וקרוב בשמיים ממעל, שכינה רוזו, וגבי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו, אינו, אמת מלכנו, אפס זולתו, כגדול ברורה, טוב ידעתיום ושובעתה אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. אל כן יגאל אדוני. כי על מלכות שלך היא ולעולמי עד תמלוך בכבוד, ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. This week we will observe yahrzeits for Anna Chavez, Esther Halfin, Boris Snyder, Rika Hannon Alhadef, Nace Michael Allen, Harold Goldston, Herman Aronov, Audrey Zaslavsky, Irving Byrne, Jenny Nussbaum, Leo Finkelstein, Samuel Perlman, Rosa Cohen, Louis G. Herman, Lena Margolis, Samuel Nussbaum, Samuel Sass, and Sylvia Siegel. Those observing yahrzeits and those who mourn, please rise and join me, page 58, for the Kaddish Tome, the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemeras, v'yalma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayedachol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv imahu amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'elam u'me'el maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal. Shmei d'kudisha barichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata. Da'amiran v'yoma v'imahu amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimahu amen. Oseh shalom b'imramav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimahu amen. You may be seated. Since it is the month of Elul, we are in the season of repentance, so we add Psalm 27, page 59.
Eleihem Antiler Ot Betuv Adonai Be'eretz Chayim, Kavel Adonai, Kazak Be'ya'ametz Libecha, V'kaveh El Adonai.
Thank you, Cantor Neil. And I want to once again thank Matthew Orange, who schlepped our dinner from Chai Peking from Kroger's in Toco Hills. Thank you very much for doing that, Matthew. And also I want to make sure I thank Amy Leibovitz, Linda Smith, Emily Rosen, and Chris Ginsburg for helping out with the dinner. If you like what you ate tonight, if you like what we did tonight, tell Linda we need to do this again soon. And she's nodding her head. Of course, we're going to do this again soon. Ignore that shaking of the head. Thank you. It really is nice to see a lot of people in the sanctuary. I'm hoping that we can coax more of you to try us out on Friday nights. Not that bad. This is what it used to be like. Used to be, of course, then we have a lot of people joining us online, which is great. But consider joining us. We'll be here tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Cantor Neil will be with us this weekend. He'll be here not only tonight, but tomorrow, and will join us in the sanctuary for Havdalah tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Let me say that again. For those that come to our Havdalah, it is at what time? Thank you. So nobody can say, oh, I thought it was at 8. That's the old time. This is the first week we're starting this again at 7:30. Again, you are invited to come join Cantor Neil and I in the sanctuary tomorrow night at 7:30. To join us live for Havdalah, of course, we'll be on Zoom as well. If you would like to attend and don't have the link, see me afterwards, and I'll give you my email address, and you can email me, and I'll get you that link by the time we start at 7:30 tomorrow night. I'll say that 2 more times. No, not. Okay. Really, it's been really a pleasure. I had a wonderful weekend at Camp Ramah last weekend for Limud, which is a total immersive Jewish education in every shape and fashion, whether it's through culinary or through the spirit or through the mind. It is just a wonderful. I spent Friday through Monday, and it was absolutely wonderful. I'd encourage anyone who would like to go to Limud. It will be, again, apparently they always do it on Labor Day weekend. And if you like Camp Ramah, we're going to get another chance February 3rd for our second attempt at trying the Southern Shabbat Shmooze, which is a congregational retreat that we get to share with other congregations. We went, I think it was 2 years ago. I don't remember, sometime before the pandemic, right before the pandemic hit. We celebrated Shabbat with the synagogue in Chattanooga. This year we were supposed to have it, and of course COVID came and took it away. But we were going to be joined by 2 congregations in Charlotte, North Carolina, and a Jewish day school, I think, in Chattanooga. I can't remember. It was going to be wonderful. And the board of Ramah was going to be there as well. So I'm told the board will be there on February 3rd. If you want to join us, the cost is minimal, and a kind gentleman in the back will pay half of the fee, which again is nominal. You can't beat it. So February 3rd, it's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Please plan on joining us. We're going to get an advertisement out. With that, the next 3 weeks, Chazan Charles Barron will be here. He will be joining me on this bima next Friday and Saturday, and he'll be here for 3 weeks through the end of Yom Kippur. So we have that to look forward to. With that, we're going to just go ahead and complete our service, page 62, with Yigdal.
Yigdal Elohim Chai, v'yishtabach, nimtza b'yeinei el metziyuto, echad b'yein yachid k'yichudo, ne'lam v'gam ein sof le'achduto. Ein lo demut haguf, v'yeino guf, lo nacharo k'elav k'dusharo, kadmon kol davar asher nivra, Rishon v'yein reshit le'reshito, Hino Adon Olam, V'chol no Tzar, Yoreh Gedulato Malchuto, Shevanu Buaro Nedano, Elan Segulato V'tifarto, Lo Kam B'Yisrael, K'Moshe Navi, Umabir et Munato, Torah Mernaran Le'amoel, Al Yad Nebi Oneman Redo, Lo Yachalivael, Lo Yamirdaro, Leolamim Zularo, Suzer Deas Reinu, Mabit Sodavar Began Maro, Comelis Caset, Mi Balo, No Rein Rasha Grisaro. Yisrael Getalmin, Mishitenu, Ibnu Mikake Yeshuaro, Mehi Michael, Verokazdo, Baruch Adea, Zedilaro, Mehi Michael, Verokazdo, Baruch Adea, Zedilaro.
Shabbat Shalom.